What's up, everybody? It's your host, Dan B. and I'm back with another podcast episode, man. This is a big week, man. NBA finally back, man. NBA's opening week is next week, man. I'm so excited, man. It's another big week in college football. It's a top 10 matchup in the SEC again. A lot of big games in SEC, I would say, this week. And also, man, we always got to talk NFL, man. NFL. It's like we always going to talk NFL because NFL is weekly, so it's going to be easier to talk, Thursday night games, Sunday night games, Monday night games. It's going to be easier just to talk all those games, bro. But, man, let's get it started, bro. Let's get it started. Last week was the Philadelphia Eagles and New York Giants, and I was pretty surprised about that game, man. I ain't gonna lie. Last week I said I thought Eagles would bounce back after the loss last week. I believe they lost to who did they lose to last week? Who did they lose to? They lost to the Denver Broncos. They blew that game, and they allowed Broncos to get 17 or 10, a lot of points in the fourth quarter. But, man, I was surprised that the Eagles fell to the Giants, man. Scatterboo did his thing. Scatterboo had 3 touchdowns, man. Jackson Dart ran for a touchdown as well. And the Giants looked amazing at the crib, man. Eagles, the woes, second half, they didn't even score. I don't know, man. The offensive woes for them, man. We can figure it out. It's the passing, of course, but one team has to be all in one accord, man. It feels like they're not a one accord. It was Saquon Barkley talking about they had a meeting with the wide receivers, it was like Saquon, AJ Brown. I don't know if it was Devontae Smith and Jalen Hurts. They said they had those 4 had a meeting together. Then AJ Brown talked about, I don't know about the meeting. I don't recall the meeting. So there's not a lot of camaraderie going down in the locker room, man. Jackson Dart was amazing. Coach was really loving Jackson Dart and Scatterboo. The fan base is loving the duo. Both ran in the touchdown. Like I said, he had 3 touchdowns. Dart had 1. Man, Giants could be a team in the future to start looking into, man. Malik Neighbors is hurt, as we know. He tore his ACL a couple weeks back. But him, Scatterboo, Jackson Dart, and plenty more draft pieces, they could be a team to be looking out for in the near future, man. Philadelphia got to bounce back this week, man. They can't look to lose 3 straight. I think they play the Vikings this week. I'm not too sure, but they can't look to lose 3 straight games, man. Saquon Barkley got to get going. I don't think he had a touchdown in the last few games, man. He scored versus the Broncos, I believe. But that wasn't on the run, though. That was, I believe, on the catch. He got to get the run game going. Jalen Hurts also. The tush push. A lot of people have been talking about the tush push and how it's been a false start on the offensive line. But, gradually, Eagles just got to figure it out on the offensive side because the offense would translate to the defense, honestly. Dallas Goedert looks like he's been the main target in the red zone. He had 110 yards, a touchdown. A.J. Brown, 80 yards. And that's not bad, 80 yards, but when you're not scoring, you're not winning, it just sucks out. It just sucks out the fun out of it. But it's crazy because they're the defending champs. They're literally the defending champs, bro. There was a London game, Denver versus the New York Jets. Man, New York Jets disappointed me, bro. I watched the first half before I went to church. Watched the first half. It was just a disgusting first half to watch, man. The defense of the Jets held it down. They held it down, I would say. But, man, the offense wasn't moving. The offense was not moving at all, man. It's like the play calls were terrible. I remember the Broncos fumbled on the first drive, and the Jets had the ball for 4 plays, only got 3 yards, had to go for a field goal. And then They had a big return. They had a big return after the Broncos had a field goal, and then they only got four. They had 4 players, only got 1 yard. It's like, bro, the offense is like just wasting. The offense was just wasting, man. I'm sick because I started Jalen Fields, but that's a decision on me. I know Broncos defense is pretty good, but I just thought about him running the ball and throwing it. They could get a couple yards in, but I would say that's on me starting him. And I also started Garrett Wilson, both of my fantasy. So you just know I lost that week. Garrett Wilson had got into it with the coach at halftime because of the play calling. Like, they didn't make no sense, bro. In the second half, the second quarter, they faked the field goal. They faked the field goal. No, not faked the field goal. They faked the punt. They got it right. And then that's their 2-minute drive. They didn't do nothing with it. They just kept running the ball. And there was 30 seconds left. They let the time run out when they were in the middle of the field. I just couldn't understand it. I couldn't understand it at all. Jets are 0-6. Maybe Aaron Glenn got to get fired. I don't know. But Justin Fields only having 45 yards, throwing the ball 17 times. He got sacked 9 times. So the offensive line, you could blame the offensive line as well. But I would say the Jets defense did a great job. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. They held Dobbins to 40 yards. They held Bo Nix to under 200 yards. Cortland Sutton didn't really do too much. Only had 1 catch. But, you know, it sucks, bro. It sucks. The Jets can't buy a win. They really can't buy a win. And that was like a waste of a London game, bro. Like, that was a terrible offensive game. Like, the Jets took a lead at a point by a safety. That's how bad it was. Rams beat the Ravens. We knew that was gonna happen. No Lamar Jackson. They couldn't buy anything on the offensive side. They ended up pulling Cooper Rush out and putting in another quarterback. The Rams didn't have to do too much because the defense was holding the Ravens to 3 points. Like, I think the Rams scored 17 straight. So the Rams didn't have to do too much. Puka got hurt. I'm sick about that because he's on my fantasy. He got hurt, so that cost them. That cost a lot. That cost me in the fantasy, but Derrick Henry ran for 122 yards, but it wasn't enough. They got stopped on 4th goal, I remember seeing. But, man, 1-5 for the Ravens, man. Hopefully Lamar comes back and tries to save the season. Because the good thing is they're 1-0 in the division. They only played 1 division game, and they won that. So their season is technically still alive. It depends when they play the next divisional game. If they have Lamar Jackson, they have a great chance of winning a division game. I don't see them beating the Steelers twice. I see them beating the Browns twice. They already beat the Browns once. And if they play the Bengals without Burrow twice, they could win it. They could win one. But if Burrow plays one of the times, I feel like it will be a split. But I don't know. Season's still young because they only played 1 division game. So that's the season still young for them. Buccaneers versus the 49ers, man. Baker Mayfield might have to be called the MVP, man. He's been amazing this year. This player's been injured, man. Running back's been injured. Bucky Irvin as a running back's been injured. Mike Evans, I think he comes back this week, but he's been hurt. Chris Godwin didn't play. Udoka got hurt that game. Only had 2 catches. And Baker Mayfield's been looking like the MVP. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, man. He threw for 256 yards, 2 TDs, only 6 incompletions. And, you know, 49ers is known to have a good defense. So him doing that was pretty impressive, man. Mac Jones' worst game of the season so far, I would say. 2 picks, 3 for 347 yards, but no touchdowns to acquaint that. I don't know, man. 49ers, they just banged up, but they're a well-coached team, so they can win any given night. I believe so. They could win every given night. But Tampa Bay's been amazing. 5-1 so far. They got a big test with the Lions this Monday night. It will be interesting to watch. But Baker Mayfield's looking like the MVP. Right now, he'll be my MVP pick, honestly. I like how his comeback story. I wonder if he won comeback of the year. I really wonder if he won. Even though he can't win that now, but I really wonder if he won that in the past because he's having a great comeback story for sure, man. My Lions played the Chiefs on Sunday night, and I hate that we lost the primetime game. That really pissed me off. and it pissed me off the way we lost. The Lions had a good drive. The first drive, they scored off a Demo threw a trick play to Jared Goff. They called it illegal motion because Jared Goff wasn't set. That really pissed me off because I never seen some shit like that. But of course, versus the Chiefs, that happens. Travis Kelce catches the ball, but he really dropped it, but they gave him a catch. That pisses me off because that's the Chiefs, and the Chiefs gets the calls like that. St. Brown cost us in that 4th down. He dropped that 4th down pass. I feel like after that, because we was in control of that game up until that point when he dropped that 4th down pass, I felt that really changed the game for us because they marched down and scored. That changed a lot. But, man, I ain't gonna lie. Patrick Mahomes just made plays, man. I feel like Patrick Mahomes this is probably his best game this year. He made plays. He was never settled, man. The defensive line was getting to him, though. I ain't gonna lie. Hutchinson forced the fumble, but he recovered it on his own. But, man, that's why I said, like, they got the ball to start the half, and they marched down and scored, bro. They took 3 minutes off that drive, bro. Both teams was using up the clock, man. I don't know, man. St. Brown didn't score, but Laporta had a good touchdown. J-Mo had a good touchdown. The running game, we didn't have too much on the running game, man. Gibbs and Montgomery only rushed combined for about 90 yards, 89 to 90 yards. But the Chiefs are getting their pieces back, man. Rashee Rice is back this week. Hollywood scored 2 touchdowns. Worthy scored. Kelce looked okay. But, man, and then the altercation at the end of the game is going to cost us for next week, man. Brian Branch, that's my guy. He's an Alabama guy, man. But I know he took offense to the Chiefs trolling him. Patrick Mahomes tried to dap him up. He wasn't trying to go for that because that's back then after when Mahomes scored a rushing touchdown. He did like a celebration in front of Branch, and Branch wasn't having it. And then J-Mo had a blindside block on him, and he wasn't having it as well. He did a blindside block, so he tried to say something to him. Then he slapped Juju. I said J-Mo. Oh, my God. He slapped Juju, and that started out the whole breakout brawl. That led to, getting suspended for the Buccaneers game, which is on Monday night, which would be a key game. But, man, we just gotta learn from our mistakes, man, and bounce back next week, man. Chiefs was a hard loss, but we was bound to get a loss. But I just hate that it was the Chiefs, bro. I just hate that it was the Chiefs. Monday night game. It was 2 Monday night games. Bills versus Falcons and Bears versus Commanders. I ain't gonna lie. Bijan Robinson rushed for 170 yards, man. Drake London had 158 yards, man. Michael Penix 250. I ain't gonna lie. This team is low-key nice, though. This Falcons team is low-key nice. I ain't gonna lie. But it's crazy that they lost 30-0 to the Panthers this year, but beat the Bills. Like, I ain't gonna lie. He had an 81-yard touchdown. Drake London almost had a touchdown at the end of the half, but he stepped out of bounds. The first half, the Bills were the Falcons were just giving it to them, bro. Offensively, they couldn't stop them. They just the big plays, man. No mistakes for Penix. That's a good Falcons team. I ain't gonna lie. That's a Falcons team that can win the division, honestly. They really could win the division, but they got the Buccaneers in there as well. So those top 2 teams, man, I really like this team. I like this Falcons team. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't realize how nice they were, low-key. The other running back for them is solid. But, man, when Bijan Robinson, Drake London, and Michael Penix up together, it's hard to beat, bro. Josh Allen didn't even throw for 200 yards. That hurts because he was on my fantasy. I needed him to go crazy. I needed him and Roll Medusa to get the dub to stay undefeated in one of my fantasy league teams, and they didn't come through. I was sick. 2 picks. I thought he was going to have a game-tying drive. Not a game-tying drive, but a good drive at the end to maximize more points on fantasy. Didn't even do it. James Cook didn't even score. He only had 87 yards. Like I said, offensively, like the wide receiving core, they don't have a wide receiver 1. Like, you never know who's going to be the leading receiver for them. Josh Palmer had 60 yards with only 2 catches. While on the other side, you had Drake London had 10 catches, 158 yards with a tutty. Like, come on, you just never know. You never know. Blasian Robinson, 6 catches, 68 yards, man. It's just like that. They just had more. Like, Atlanta just had more. They were at home. They were feeling themselves. And the better team won that game. Honestly, the better team won that game. Second game, I watched towards the end of the second game. Buccaneers versus Bears versus Commanders. It was a rematch from last year's game. If you know about last year's game, when the Commanders won a Hail Mary. They won a Hail Mary on the last play. And I thought the Commanders was going to win this one as well. Bears, Caleb Williams, 250 yards. DeAndre Swift had the great game. He had rushed over 108 yards. Then he had 67 on the receiving yard. He had a big touchdown for 55 yards. And that really brought them back in the game because I feel like it was over. But that touchdown low-key brought them back. It low-key brought them back, bro. They was down by 8 when that touchdown happened, and he scored for 55 yards. They didn't get the 2 points. They didn't get the 2-point conversion. And then that's when the Commanders had fumbled. They had got another opportunity, and they had fumbled. Jaden Daniels had fumbled the ball, and they marched down. Caleb Williams had a field goal drive, and Bears ended up stealing that game, man. 252 yards for Caleb Williams. Jaden Daniels, 211 yards with 3 touchdowns. They still didn't have Terry McLaurin. But Zach Ertz looked nice for them. Romazuna, I was disappointed in Romazuna. I thought he was going to get more yards. He had 5 targets, but he didn't get enough yards. But the Bears are 3-2, surprisingly. And I'm surprised they are 3-2. They find a way to get wins, man. But I don't know how long. They're in a tough division with us. Packers, Vikings, so it's going to be hard for them to keep getting wins. But that was a great game for them, man. It was a great game. Came down to the wire, man. This week we got a couple games to go over, man. Steelers versus Bengals, man. Steelers versus Bengals tonight. Joe Flacco was the starting quarterback last week for the Bengals. He didn't lead them to the dub, but he didn't have a bad game as well. I can say that. But they're playing against the Steelers. Steelers is one of my teams. I said a couple podcasts ago with AJ that they were one of my Super Bowl contender teams. And they played tonight. And I got Steelers winning tonight for sure. I got Steelers winning. Aaron Rodgers continue to do good. DK Metcalf does his thing. Running game is nice. Defense, Ramsey going to get in there. Ramsey had 2 sacks last week. Who would have thought? I think that was last week, right? Yeah, he had 2 sacks last week. But Bengals, man, Jamar Chase. I wonder how Jamar Chase is going to keep getting. Jamar Chase is going to still get touches. Joe Flacco's going to look to throw him the ball. He had 2 touchdowns, and he had an amazing catch last week. After a guy tried to taunt him, he came back and scored on him. But Trey Hickerson is going to be out for the Steelers. That's going to be key for them, man. He's going to be out. But yeah, I see Steelers winning this game on the road, and they could continue to go hot and go 5-1. I see the Steelers winning this game tonight. Another London game. This one is in Wembley instead of Tottenham Spurs Arena. Rams 4-2. Jacksonville's 4-2. Jacksonville is damn near London's team out there. If you guys didn't know, they really like Jacksonville out there. I forgot the meeting. I forgot why Jacksonville is their team out there. But Puka is hurt. I don't know if he's playing this week. He avoided a big injury, but he hasn't been practicing. Travis Etienne Travis Etienne, Travis Hunter. They said Travis Hunter is going to get more involved in the offensive side, and we'll see about that because he hasn't scored a touchdown yet. He's been playing both sides a little bit. But I feel like the Rams still find a way to win. Kyron Williams, Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams is having a great season, in my opinion, with Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford knows how to look for his guys. I said that last week. But I got the Rams winning this, even without Puka. I feel like the Rams still win this. But the Jaguars' defense is solid. It's pretty solid, Jaguars' defense. So I wouldn't be surprised. But I got the Rams win this. Too much key plays. If Puka doesn't play, key plays to different wide receivers, man. We got to look for a good game, a good 1 p.m. game. Eagles versus Vikings. Must win for the Eagles, I would say. They're going to Minnesota, must win. Barkley has only three rushing touchdowns this year. I feel like but dang, Vikings defense is pretty good though. Vikings defense is pretty good. So it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough game for sure. I don't know who's gonna be the starting quarterback for the Vikings. I don't know if J.J. McCaffrey is back, but I think the Eagles finally end their losing streak. Hopefully Devontae Smith have a good game. A.J. Brown gets a good game. Jalen Hurts get it going. He gets it going. But I got the Eagles winning that. New York Jets is still the only winless team. They play versus the Jaguars. They play against the Panthers. My bad. Panthers never won a away game this year, but Jets never won a game. That's gonna be an interesting game. Cardinals running back Rico Dowling. He had an amazing game last week versus the Cowboys, his old team. I think Chubb Hubbard might be back. They're gonna be rotating snaps, so that's gonna be tough for fantasy. I don't know if I should start Hubbard because Hubbard hasn't been having a great season. Last year, Hubbard had an amazing season fantasy-wise. But, man, Panthers, could this be the Jets' first win? Justin Fields needs a win. They're at home. This is a doable win. No Jared Wilson, I heard. He had hyperextended his knee. He won't be playing. But this could be a win for them, though. I don't know. I really don't know. McMillan had finally scored his first 2 touchdowns. Bryce Young looked good last week, but I don't know. I think Panthers still win this, but we'll see. Commanders versus the Cowboys. Ooh, division rival game in Dallas. I ain't gonna lie. Cowboys got CeeDee Lamb back this week. CeeDee Lamb is back this week, but that doesn't help on the defensive side. The Cowboys defense been terrible this year. Horrendous. I don't know what can save them. Honestly, I don't know what can save them. Missing Michael Parsons is huge. Commanders, they still trying to fight in rhythm, man. I just feel like Commanders' offense isn't the same how it was last year. But I don't know. Cowboys really could win this game. Commanders are favorite, but it's in Dallas. Dallas just needs a must-win. Dak Prescott's been playing amazing. Dak Prescott's my starting QB in one of my leagues this week because Josh Allen has a bye. But I got to pick Commanders. I got to pick the Commanders to go in Dallas and shock them. Got to pick Commanders. But Pickens been having a great year. And Pickens been having a great year as a wide receiver too, even though he's been playing at the 1 because Lamb been hurt. But Commanders think this win out. Might be a high-scoring game, honestly. But yeah, I got Commanders winning that. Falcons versus 49ers, man. I got Falcons winning this, man. Even though George Kittle could be back this week, he plans to return this week. McCaffrey's been having a smooth season. But what I saw last week with Robinson, Drake London, Michael Penix, that offense looked too nice. But 49ers is a good defensive team, but that offense looked too nice. But Falcons is a team, like I said, they lost to the Panthers 30-0. But then beat one of the Super Bowl favorites in the Bills at home. But so they're on the road. Mac Jones, I don't think Mac Jones been playing bad football. But I wouldn't be surprised if Mac Jones come and get this dub if he's still the quarterback this week. I don't know what the situation with Brock Purdy is, but I got the Falcons winning this game. Close game, though. I feel like it's going to be a close game. Good. I like this is a good Sunday night football game. Hopefully in the fourth quarter it's close so I can tune in. But yeah, I got the Falcons winning that game for sure. Another week with its 2 Monday night games, man. The first game is my Detroit Lions playing the versus Buccaneers. I believe we lost to them last year, too. Baker Mayfield's been playing amazing football. Like I said earlier, he should be the Heisman. Oh, my God. He already got a Heisman, but that's crazy. Baker Mayfield already has a Heisman. He's looking to add the MVP award. And at the rate he's going right now, he could really win this. Mike Evans supposed to be back. That sucks for me. He's on my fantasy team, but I'm playing versus the Lions, and I'm a Lions guy, so that sucks. Also, Bucky Irvin's not back yet, but Rashad White's been good. I don't know the situation with Godwin. I don't know the situation of Ibuka. I'm pretty sure Ibuka's played. I haven't heard too much this week, but I heard he got hurt last week. He's been the leading receiver. We need a big game out of St. Brown, man. St. Brown, we need a big game. We are back on Monday night again. I need him to do his thing, bro. because last week was embarrassment for you, St. Brown. Gibbs, I need Gibbs to keep the running game has to come back. Last week we didn't do nothing with the running game. Buccaneers are banged up though. We're banged up on the secondary, and we lost Brian Branch. I keep saying Brandon. It's gonna be a good game. I'm excited. We're favored by 6 touchdowns. I will be placing a parlay that game. I don't know yet, but I don't know, man. I don't know, but that should be a great game for us, bro. It's going to be a good game. Lions should win this, get revenge from last year, because I believe we lost to them last year. I believe we did. We did definitely lose to them last year, I remember now. The second game is Texans versus Seahawks. I got the Seahawks in this game, man. Sam Darnold's been playing amazing football. He's playing Kenneth Walker and Zach Carnabell, both running backs, exchanging. Hopefully Kenneth Walker gets a lot of touches. Jackson Smith and Najiba could be him and Ibuka, both Ohio State quarterbacks, could be like they've been doing their thing. They've been doing their thing. You could say Smith Najiba is the best wide receiver right now in the league. Stats wise, you could say that. Skills wise, no, but stats wise, you could say that. But yeah, Smith Najiba, I got them winning, bro. I'm not too sold on the Texans O line. CJ Stroud hasn't been looking too good. The running game hasn't been looking too good. Mixon still hurt. Chubb, Willie Hayes, who I don't know who's gonna be the starting running back. Wide receivers too on and off. But I got the Seahawks winning that game. That's 12th man of the night game. Seahawks, especially Monday night. Seahawks, I got Seahawks winning that, man. But it's gonna be 2 good games, bro. 2 good games. 2 great games, man. That's all I got for NFL this weekend, man. We could transition right into college football, man. College football got a couple of good games this week, man. One top 10 matchup, but Ole Miss is going into Georgia. Georgia winning streak at home has been snapped by Bama a couple of weeks ago. Last week, Georgia played versus Auburn, and I feel like the referees gave that game to Georgia. It should easily been 16-0 going to the half. And I believe they called that fumble to take that touchdown away from Auburn, and Auburn didn't recover from that. They didn't score the whole second half. Auburn, they couldn't score anything, and they fell short, I believe. I don't even remember how much they lost by. I think it was like they lost by 10. They ended up losing by 10, and they was up 10-0 at halftime. So they scored 20 straight in the second half. Georgia this year, they've been off to a slow start in the first half. You know, there was versus Tennessee, they were down 21-7. Bama, they started off slow. Auburn, they started off slow. Ole Miss, they like to start off fast. So if Ole Miss starts off hot, they lucky they're on the road. Georgia's at home. Ole Miss quarterback Trinidad Campbell, he's been amazing, man. Last week they played Washington State. That was supposed to be like their bye week game. They were favored by like 33 points. They only won by 3 points. But I feel like that should motivate them this week. It's gonna be another legendary coaching game. Lane Kiffin versus Kirby Smart, 2 of Nick Saban's old coordinators. I'm really excited for this game, man. 3:30 game. I got Ole Miss winning this game. Ole Miss still stays undefeated and beats Georgia. They beat Georgia last year at Ole Miss, and I feel like they will beat them again. Just by quarterback play, I think Trinidad is a way better quarterback than Gunnar Stockton. And if they start off fast, it's going to be hard to slow them down, honestly, I think. But Georgia's, like they said, they had a win streak at home. That obviously has been snapped. But I still think Ole Miss holds it down. Another game, a night game, Tennessee versus Alabama, man. You know, the 3rd week of October rivalry. I got Alabama, man. Alabama lost to them last year. And I think that was only like Alabama's only decent loss last year. But, you know, a rivalry game, you know, that you hold that for years to come. This is Alabama's probably 4th straight ranked game, I believe so. Yeah, it's going to be a 4th straight ranked game. Started with Georgia, they won by 3. Vanderbilt, they won by 6. Hit Missouri last week, they won by 3, man. 2 on the road, 2 at home, man. Tennessee, they got to get back on Tennessee. I see them winning versus Tennessee. Honestly, I got them winning versus Tennessee. Uh, I don't know. They don't. It's Alabama's at home. Alabama can't lose this rivalry game at home, and Alabama gets this win, and they'll give them a big boost going towards the SEC. Because right now they're still undefeated in the SEC, even though they got that one loss to Florida State that I'm still sick about because Florida State is trash, as we can see right now. We all can see that they're trash right now. But that's a game that they lost. They lost, but we could get over it if they make the playoffs. USC versus Notre Dame is another rivalry game that I'm excited to see. Is another rivalry game. Must-win game for Notre Dame. Must-win game for Notre Dame, honestly. CJ Carr got a must-win game. Defense got to step up. USC is looking nice, though. USC offense is looking nice. They just dominated Michigan last week. Maluva is a good quarterback. The running game, they had 3 different running backs last week versus Michigan doing their thing. Lemon, wide receiver is solid. It's going to be a good game, man. I feel like it's going to be high, around in the 50-60 ranges. I see Ole Miss wins this. Not Ole Miss. Notre Dame still wins this game. It's a home game. I feel like the fans come through in this game because they know it's a must-win game. Fans come through, night game, rivalry game. Notre Dame finds a way. Big plays by CJ Carr at the end to win this game, man. I say Notre Dame wins this game. Oh, yeah. And I forgot to say the key points for the Alabama-Tennessee game. Oh, my God. I skipped over that. Ty Simpson, man. Ty Simpson is the #1 quarterback in the NFL. In the college game right now. He should be high up for Heisman. He's been doing it without one of the best receivers being one of the best receivers. Ryan Williams hasn't been being the best receivers. Shout out to Jaron Bernard and Isaiah Horn coming through. Jam Miller might be banged up with a concussion, so I don't know if he's playing this week, but he came through because, he missed a couple, like the first 3 games. Alabama's offense has been amazing. The defense is starting to come together. Tennessee quarterback, they got a good quarterback in Jared Aguilar. He came from UCLA. They damn near did a trade with Nico. Their running game is good. The offense is good, but I feel like this is Bama's game to win. I'm so mad I skipped over it, so it's going to seem like we're out of order. But Alabama offense is just going to be too much for them. I think it could be a high-scoring game. I don't want it to be on the Tennessee side of it, the things. I low-key want Bama to cover spread easily, like no-stress game. But it's a rivalry game. You know how it goes. You know how it goes, man. NBA is back. We transitioned to NBA. I said it. I posted on my story. I will be predicting the opening week games. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited for opening week, man. A lot of new things that's happening in the NBA, man. As you know, TNT is not a thing no more. They sold their rights to Amazon or Peacock or NBC. I don't know what happened. I like the old school inside the NBA when it was Kenny, Shaq, Charles, and EJ. But good news is they're transitioned to ESPN inside the NBA, but they're not on every show. They're only on about 20 shows this year, and it's kind of sickening that they're only on 20 shows this year. And that's kind of good, though, for me, because I just decided that every time inside the NBA is on TV, that's the days I'm going to do parlays. I feel like NBA is too long to be doing parlays every day. It's 82 games, so you're betting every day. So I just thought about it. I said, man, every time inside the NBA is on TV, that's the days I'm going to bet and try to win some money on my parlays. But the watch guys, I'm going to start to say it to you guys, even though everybody's probably watching on the streams like Crack Streams, Stream Ease, Memphis Streams, all that stream shit. But back in the day, this is how we used to watch it on cable, and now there's really no cable for NBA no more except for ABC and ESPN. But I'm gonna read the watch guides. Sunday is ABC. It's still the same with ABC. ABC got the afternoon games, 1 p.m. right after church, maybe 3 p.m. games, and then I believe NBC or Peacock, or NBC and Peacock. I'm not too sure how it is. They'll probably have the night games. I don't think they'll be having any ESPN because they used to have ESPN on Sunday nights too. I don't think there's no ESPN for that. So it's going to be NBC or Peacock on Sunday nights, I believe. That's going to be after football season though, because NBC and Peacock have Sunday night football. So we'll see how that goes. I'm really not too sure. All I know it's all about the money. Monday nights there used to be nothing on Monday nights. Sometimes they'll have a special edition with NBA. On ESPN, but Monday nights is strictly Peacock. Games gonna be on Peacock. I believe Peacock has their own pre-game and post-game show. I'm pretty sure. I'm not too sure who will be there. I know it's like I've been reading a lot. I think Amazon got like Blake Griffin, D Wade, Candace Parker, and I believe that Peacock has Reggie Miller, Tracy McGrady, Jamal Crawford, Vince Carter, and so on and so on. I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure. But that's Monday night. Tuesday nights used to be NBA on TNT with Shaq, Jamal Crawford, Adam LaFleur, and Candace Parker. Tuesday nights will be NBC and Peacock, so that's their own because I believe they're partnering with each other. Wednesday still ESPN, the normal. Thursday, which used to be inside the NBA, like I said, those Shaq, Charles, Ernie Johnson, and Kenny. That will now be Prime, and then Prime's also on Friday with ESPN. But I'm confused on how that would be because I don't know if they would want them to offset each other on the same timing or not. So I really wonder. And then Saturday is also Prime, and then ABC, how they usually have. But I'm pretty sure Thursday night for Prime will be after NFL season because they also got football on Prime as well. So I think that'll be after. And Saturday, I think that'll be after college football for ABC too, I believe. Same thing as last time. But let's get straight to it, man. The opening week games, man. We'll talk about these teams. I'm not going to talk about too much teams. I'm just going to talk about the teams in the opening week and so on and so forth. First game, opening night, opening week, we got the Houston Rockets, the newly Houston Rockets versus the defending champs ring night. The NBA is so petty for this, man. I think I said this in the summer. I don't know if I did, but Adam Silver made Kevin Durant's newly Houston Rockets team go watch OKC get the rings. Trying to be petty for Kevin Durant. It doesn't really matter for Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant already got his 2 rings. This is nothing for him. Everybody's trying to make a joke of it. But it's sad, though. It's sad, though. Fred VanVleet won't be playing this whole season with a torn ACL. I think he happened during the workout. So right now, the Rockets are trying to find their 5th player on the starting lineup. They've been doing auditions. Reed Shepard's a high guy they could have at the starting point guard spot, or they could go double big and add Steven Adams in the starting lineup. Right now, they got who they got right now? They got KD, Amen Thompson, Jabari Smith, Alfred Sengun. That's what they got so far. And the starting lineup. But yeah, they're trying to find that fifth guy. And it's gonna be an interesting game, man. Going versus the defending champs. You know, defending champs really lose on ring night. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander coming back, trying to get another MVP, trying to get another championship, man. He wants to be legendary. He said he wants to be better than Kobe. He said he wants more championship. One championship doesn't mean anything. He wants to win more. They got Chet Holmgren coming back, J-Dub. I don't know if J-Dub's healthy, though. I haven't seen him I don't think I ever seen him in preseason. I don't know if he's cleared yet. They got Isaiah Hartenstein's coming back, Lou Dort coming back. The same team damn near coming back. Caruso coming back. It's going to be a quick one. But, you know, I got to pick KD. I'm always picking for KD. I got KD going to OKC, dropping 30 the first night and ruining their ring ceremony. And, yeah, ruin the ceremony, getting all the boos that they want. They're still going to boo him after 9 years. How many years it's been since he left them. They're still going to find a way to boo him. But I still got Rockets coming in and winning that game. Second game, it's kind of crazy that opening night is only the West teams playing. That just shows how weak the East is, which we'll get to that later on this season or later on this episode. We'll see it depending on the time. Second game is the Golden State Warriors versus the Los Angeles Lakers. You know they always had to put LeBron versus Stephen Curry versus each other. It just shows that LeBron, Stephen Curry, and Kevin Durant are still the face of the NBA. They have the defending champions with the 3 GOATs, the 3 legends in the NBA right now. But sadly, LeBron James won't be playing, man. I'm not really too sure about his injury. I never heard of the injury. They said that's the injury for old folks. But I don't know how to pronounce it. Let me go and search up his injury. Scatatic injury. Don't know what that is. Scatatic injury is a condition that's caused pain, numbness, tingling, and weakness in the scatatic nerve. The scatatic nerve is the largest nerve in the body that runs from the lower back through the buttocks, down the back of each leg. So he is having pain on, I don't know what side of the leg it is. It really don't matter because I really don't care too much. I'm just reading it for the LeBron fans. I love this nigga so much. But he's having pain, numbness, tingling, some weakness on the side of his scatatic nerve. He's going to be out to maybe Thanksgiving. They said mid of November. Thanksgiving, my birthday. I don't know when he's come back, but he should be back. So he won't be playing on opening night for the first time in his career, which could be cause of a concern. Is it time for him to retire? I know he had to add out the decision part 2 when people thought he was retiring. I wish he would have said he was retiring, just making a Hennessy ad. No one drinks Hennessy no more unless you're 40 and up like LeBron. But he's not playing this week. Well, he's not playing until mid-November. So we got Luka Doncic holding it down for the Lakers, but I just don't see that. There's no way that, I mean, there is a way, it's Luka Doncic, but I just see the Warriors winning that game. Stephen Curry's been looking good in the preseason. They got Jimmy Butler still. Jimmy Butler is having the first full year with the Warriors. Still got Buddy Hield shooting. I got the Warriors winning that game. Close game. I got the Warriors winning that. Wednesday night, the first day that I will be betting, since that's inside the NBA, like I said a couple minutes ago. Cleveland-Cavaliers versus New York Knicks. I like that game so much. That's the first game of the doubleheader. I like that game so much. Could be the Eastern Conference Finals. Could be. I'm loving what the Cavs did with picking up Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball had an amazing preseason game with 9 assists. And if this turns out to be a Lonzo Ball that I know and I study, I know his game. I love his game. If that's the Lonzo Ball I know and study, he should be the starting point guard until Garland come back. And if he's balling while Garland's back, I wouldn't be surprised if they might pull the trigger and trade Garland. Like, why not, though? Why not? You could say, yeah, Garland's a better guard, scoring guard, but just think about it. Lonzo being a playmaker to Donovan Mitchell, throwing lobs to Jared Allen, and Evan Mobley. You can't pick on Lonzo Ball in the playoffs like they were picking on Darius Garland. He makes the right passes. He makes the right plays. He can shoot the ball. I'm liking Lonzo 6'6". Why not? I feel like this Cavs team could be scary, dangerous with Lonzo if Lonzo is healthy. I like this team a lot. Eastern Conference Finals for real this year. New York Knicks coming back with the same guys with a new coach, though. They still got the Nova guys, Cat. I'm not too sure what Josh Hart's role is this year. I saw a couple games in the preseason. Josh Hart didn't play. Or when he played, he came off the bench and they started Mitchell Robinson. A lot of teams this year are starting to start the double big lineups due to Emmanuel Doka doing it with the Celtics back in the day when he was the Celtics like 2022. He carried that to the Rockets, but a lot of teams have been doing that. The Thunder did that a lot last year with Shaq and Isaiah Holmstrom. The Rockets might do that a lot this year since Fred VanVleet's hurt. They might have started Steven Adams and Sengun. But a lot of teams are doing that. I think like what Cavs do it with Mobley and Allen. I think like the Knicks might do that with put Cat at the 4 and have Mitchell be the 5. And then the starting lineup will be Mikal, OG, and Brunson. But they had good pickups this year. I was surprised that Malcolm Brogdon retired. He could have made the last man roster. It would have been huge for him making the roster. And then he retired on his 9th year when he could have got the stipend for being in the NBA for 10 years. If you guys don't know, when you play in the NBA for more than 10 years, you get paid throughout your, like, after retirement. So I'm just confused why he didn't want to just do 1 year. But, you know, he had God's plans with him. But I got the Cavs winning this game, man. Cavs, even though they're down with Max Strauss isn't playing, I just see, like, they win this game. The depth they have. I like the depth they still have. But I got Cavs winning this game. Spurs versus the Mavericks. It's gonna be a good game, man. Victor Wembanyama, man, he could be the favorites to win MVP alongside with Luka, alongside with SGA, Joker, Giannis. But I'm liking this Spurs team coming along slowly. Dylan Harper, rookie, coming off the bench. Castle, Vessel, Barnes, the vet, De'Aaron Fox. I haven't seen him in the preseason, though. I wonder if he's healthy. De'Aaron Fox is healthy or not. And then we got the Mavericks, the in-state rivals. Cooper Flag, D'Lo, Kyrie, but he's hurt. Klay Thompson, PJ, Daniel Gafford, but he's hurt right now. Derek Lively, Jaden Hardy. This team is deep. Najee Marshall. This Mavs team is low-key deep. I ain't gonna lie. I was watching them yesterday versus the Lakers in the preseason game. I was confused why they was playing their guys like throughout the whole game, but I know they're trying to get the fill out. But this team is deep, could be really good. They try to start Cooper Flag at the 1. Kind of confused, like damn, they just throwing out D'Lo already on the bench, but they want to make Cooper Flag a 1. I just feel like they should just let Cooper Flag play him, be him, play him at the 3, start D'Lo at the 3 at his normal position. But I'm liking this Mavericks team. I think they win opening night. It's gonna be a close one though. I think the Mavericks win opening night though versus the Spurs. Thursday is on ESPN, which is kind of weird. They already said the watch will be on Prime, but I think they just put it on Thursday for Inside the NBA. It's gonna be on ESPN Thursday night. It's a rematch for the NBA Finals already, man. OKC Thunder versus Indiana Pacers. If you guys don't know, Tyrese Halliburton, well, you guys know, tore his Achilles Game 7. Crazy that finals rematch is pretty early. Never thought about that. But I got the Thunder winning this. The Pacers aren't going to be as bad as people think. The Pacers still be a playoff team. Might be playing, but the East is so weak, I wouldn't be surprised if they fit it in the 6th seed or something, bro. I got OKC winning that game, but Pacers going to be tough. They still got Nembhard, Naismith, Mathurin, Pascal, and Isaiah Jackson. That's a nice starting 5 in the East to be at least a playoff team. I feel like they could be a playoff team. But I got OKC winning that, man. OKC is going to be too. I don't see OKC losing twice in 1 week, and they probably might even. Yeah, I got OKC winning. Denver versus Golden State. Denver has retooled this summer. They traded Michael Porter for Cameron Johnson. They got Bruce Brown back. They got Jonas Valanciunas back. Another time, they might use double bigs, Valanciunas and Joker. Who else did they get? They lost Russ. But I think, they gained those 3. And they versed the Warriors. I think they're too much for the Warriors. The Warriors lose that game. Al Horford guarding Joker. You know, they recently just signed Al Horford. He's guarding Joker. I don't know. I just see the Nuggets probably win that game versus the Warriors. Even though it's at Golden State, I'll hope Warriors win. I'm a Warriors guy, Stephen Curry guy. But I think the Nuggets win, man. Joker's too much for them, man. Probably a triple-double first game of the season or some shit. But I got Nuggets winning that game, bro. Friday night on Prime, instead of ESPN, it's going to be on Prime. It's going to be Boston Celtics versus the Knicks. I wonder how the Boston Celtics is going to look. I wonder who's going to be a better team between the Pacers and the Celtics. Celtics lost Jason Tatum. If you guys don't, well, you guys know he tore his Achilles. Jason Tatum wants to come back so fast. He's trying to rush his Achilles injury. I'm telling y'all this now. He's trying to rush it, bro. But who am I? Who am I to judge? He wants to rush it to be back this year. I feel like he shouldn't play this whole year, even playoffs. But he wants to rush it. And if he comes back, good luck. But I don't know if it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. But I really wonder who's going to be the better team between the Pacers and the Celtics. They picked up Anthony Simmons, though. Anthony Simmons looked nice in the preseason game. They still got Payne Pritchard. The center position is kind of shaky, though. Their front court is kind of shaky. Jaylen Brown has to be the guy, man. Jaylen Brown wants to be the guy. I know he's happy to embrace this road this year. He was the Finals MVP, but he still got overlooked. He was the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. the year they won, and he's still getting overlooked. So I know he wants to embrace this. Jaylen Brown should easily average 25 to 30 points this year. I can't wait to see him as this guy. Like, I can't wait to see how the Celtics move this year because the East is wide open. But I got the Knicks winning that game. Knicks at home win their first. Well, that's not their first home game, but I feel like the Knicks win that at home. Timberwolves versus Lakers. Ant-Man, he's looking amazing this offseason. Been working out, getting his shot right, and then getting in the weight room. And this Timberwolves team is nice, man. They got Dante, Jaden McDaniels, Randall. But, Luka sees Rudy Gobert. He sees food. But I think that's too much. The Timberwolves eliminated the Lakers in the playoffs. No LeBron, so they're going to be shorthanded. I feel like the Lakers lose that game. Lakers lose, then it's definitely a Luka masterclass. But Lakers lose that game. Hopefully Rob Dillingham gets a lot of playing time this year. But I got the Wolves winning that game, man. Detroit Pistons, man. Detroit Pistons, that's my team this year. Hopefully they improve this year. They were a 6 seed last year, lost in 6 games. They didn't even win no playoff game at the crib. Hopefully they improve. We already got unfortunate news that Jaden Ivey is going to be out for at least a month with a knee surgery. I'm not too sure about that, but a knee surgery. So that sucks. But yeah, man. Shout out to Russell Westbrook finally signed to a team, man. They try to blackball him. Signed to the Sacramento Kings. That's been in talks the whole summer. I just wonder why it took so long. Oh, it took so long because of Kuminga situation. Kuminga and the Warriors situation. Kuminga decided to sign back with the Warriors. But they finally got him a team. He's back. He's in California, back in California. So he's not too far from home. Man, Russ not too far from home. But, man, this is all for this video, man. Like, share, turn your post notifications on, man. Another episode next week. Champions League was back next week, so I'm going to add on Champions League. We're going to recap some of the NBA games, college football games that we talked about today, and NFL. But like, share, turn your post notifications, and, man, we are signing out, man.